tutti e benvenuti nel mio canale. Io sono Irene, un'insegnante di lingua italiana e per quelli che mi conoscono già, bentornati, sono felice di rivedervi. E oggi parleremo di come esprimere un'azione che sta accadendo adesso, quindi il presente progressivo. Interessato? Continuo a guardare. Everybody, first of all, excuse me for the poor lighting today. There is absolutely no light. It's a very, very dark and dull day. I have a cold. It's winter. But anyway, that being said, we are going to be talking about the present progressive. So the progressive tenses in Italian, very similarly to English, have their own conjugation. It's a compound conjugation, which means it needs more than just one word and actually more than just one verb. Before I start though, let me know that you appreciate these videos by leaving a like, commenting down below, saying hi, subscribing if you are new and this kind of video interests you. Anyway, let's get into it. Today we are going to be talking about the present progressive in Italian, and it's used in the exact same way as it is used in English. So we use it to talk about an action that is ongoing while we are talking. And while in English, the progressive form of the present is formed using the verb to be as an auxiliary, Italian does not use the verb to be. We are going to be using the verb stare, which literally means to stay. And also, we are going to use that conjugated plus the gerund. We don't know the verb stare, or do we? And we do not know how to form the gerund. So the gerund that takes the place of the verb finishing in ing in English is fairly easy. For the regular verbs like mangiare or camminare, we can turn the infinitive form in are, forgetting the suffix of the infinitive and substituting it with the suffix ando. So mangiare becomes mangiando and camminare becomes camminando. For the verb in ere, so the second group of the conjugation, we will have verbs like cadere or chiedere, for which we will have to substitute that ere with endo. So cadere becomes cadendo. Chiedere becomes chiedendo. For the verbs in ire, so the third group of the conjugation, as for example partire or capire, we will have to substitute that ire not with indo, which would make a lot of sense, like are ando, ere endo, ira indo. No. We are going to substitute that ire with endo. So second and third group of the conjugation are the exact same. So partire will become partendo and capire will become capendo. And you will see this pattern very often. That being said, of course, there are some irregular verbs like fare that becomes facendo. Essere and avere are actually quite regular. So essere will become essendo and avere will become avendo. So now we know how to make the gerund. So we are going to need the gerund of the verb of meaning preceded by the verb stare conjugated. But how do we conjugate the verb stare? Stare, as one of the most common verbs, is pretty regular. So we have io sto, tu stai, lui, lei sta, noi stiamo, voi state, loro stanno. So what do? We just put them together. A few examples. Sto andando al supermercato. I am going to the supermarket. Or Gaia sta cantando a squarciagola. Gaia is singing out loud, or noi stiamo studiando per gli esami. We are studying for the exams. Lui sta preparando la cena. He is making dinner. It's very, very easy. one thing that you will have to remember is that we are not using the verb to be as an auxiliary. This time we are using the verb to stay, stare, which actually has a meaning that is very close to be. But what happens if we have to change tense? If we have to change tense, we just have to change the tense of the verb stare. So if I want to put it at the past, I can only use the imperfect that we are also going to be talking about. And the imperfect has a different conjugation. Sto becomes stavo, stai becomes stavi, sta, stava, stiamo, stavamo, state, stavate, and stanno, stavano. The only thing that you need to do is substitute the verb stare, conjugating it at the past tense. In this case, I believe out of all the different past tenses that we have, the imperfect is the only one that matters, and it's the only one that is needed. Or at the future tense, just to conjugate it very, very quickly, stare at the future is starò, starai, starà, staremo, starete, staranno. 3 tenses to learn to be able to locate the progressive form in the present, past, or future. That's all you need. Why can we only use the imperfetto and the futuro semplice, simple future? It's because these sentences do not have a punctual aspect to them. My homework for you, though, is to write down below in the comments at least 5 sentences. They can be very, very simple, like the ones that I gave you as examples, using the present progressive. Come ho detto, questo è tutto. Vi ringrazio moltissimo per esservi dedicati a imparare un po' di italiano in più oggi insieme a me. Per me è sempre un piacere e sono contenta di vedere i vostri commenti e le vostre frasi. E sì, lasciatemi mi piace, iscrivetevi se siete nuovi e noi ci vediamo nel prossimo. Va bene? Ciao ragazzi!